Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam, free online classes in science. How are you all? Fine. How are your eyes? Good. Are you seeing me? The board? Seeing. How you are seeing? By the help of eyes. So we discussed about eyes, correct? Not the eating eyes. Seeing eyes. E-Y-E-S. It's called eyes. How many eyes all of you have? Only two. There is one name of God having three eyes. What is his name? Shiva. Shiva is called Trinetra. Means having three eyes. Okay. Now let us just revise what we have studied in the previous class. We have started with the discussion about laws of reflection. What are the two laws? Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Second law, the reflected ray, the incident ray, the normal at the point of incidence and a mirror lie on the same plane. That is what is called as laws of reflection. Also we studied about regular reflection. What is regular reflection? If the surface is plane, we have regular reflection. Suppose you see your image in a water pond or a well, you can see your face clearly, correct? Or if you see in a mirror, your image is seen clearly. Instead of that, if there is a diffused means the surface is not clean. You put a stone on the water of the well, there will be waves. And suppose you want to see your face, how it will be? It will be diffused. So also the mirror is not plain, then we get diffused reflection, not clear, okay? And also we studied about multiple reflections in the case of kaleidoscope, which gives a beautiful designs, correct? Fabrics, the designs, the fabric is done on this principle of kaleidoscope, of getting different designs. And it is one of the applications of the images formed in a mirror. And there will be multiple reflection because there will be three mirrors kept at an angle of 60 degrees each. And hence we get a beautiful pattern formation on the screen which can be seen from one of the holes. And also we stopped our discussion last time with our parts of the human eye and their functions. And also we studied that human eye is very important part in our body. Is it not? Only when the eye is not there, you will see the importance. When everything is there, we don't feel the importance. You should know, you should ask the blind people what is the importance of the eye. Is it not? Those who are deaf, you must ask what is the importance of the ears. Those who don't have legs, you should ask them what is the importance of the legs. So every part is important. So we have to be grateful to the master who is inside us, called Dehi or Atma or Ishvara, okay, who is controlling all these things. And now let us try to answer the home assignment. The first question is, draw a neat diagram of human eye. How many have done it? Done. Okay. And while drawing it, you should be knowing how to start and how to end it. But you can draw one circle here using compass, say a radius of about 3 to 4 centimeters. then second circle, the third circle. So the outermost part is called, the innermost is called retina, and there will be, this part is called ciliary muscles, which can extend on either sides. You have iris and lens. What kind of lens it is? Convex lens, double convex lens, about which you are going to study later. Convex lens, and this is a cornea part, and any information of the object seen will come and fall onto this optic nerve. It falls on the retina, and that retina will send information through the optic nerve to where? To the brain. And this part actually is called blind spot, where there is no image formed. So practice it 3-4 times of drawing the figure, okay? Now one more question you have. How many types of light sensitive cells are there in our eyes? Light sensitive, sensitive means responding. What are their functions? There are 2 types of light sensitive cells. One for seeing the colors, they are called cones, which are sensitive to bright light and colors, okay. Second one is rods, which are sensitive to dim light. That means even in the darkness you can move about, even though there is no light, of course only in the place where you are accustomed, not in all places. Suppose you go to a bus stand, you go to your house when the power is not there, you know the way, the main road, the cross road, the house number, the landmarks, all that you can make out, where there is a humps, where there is a pit, all those, because that information is already fed in the computer, brain computer, and it works on that way, okay. So that are the rods, what they do like that. So cones and rods are the 2 sensitive cells. So these are the 2 important parts of the eye again. Now let us see today's topic. Interesting facts about eyes. Secondly, defects of the eyes. Thirdly, you have care of the eyes. Last but not the least, eyes of other organisms, means birds, animals, etc., etc. So these are our today's topics. Are you ready? Okay, be ready with the book and pen. Note down some of the important points. Okay, now let us come to the world of eye, E-Y-E. So what are the interesting facts? The impression of an image does not vanish immediately from the retina. It persists there for 1/16th of a second. Means what? Suppose our eye see, say, a pen. It will be there for about 1/16th of a second. It will not go off quickly, and it can detect that next image only after this time. That is what is called persisting. If still images of a moving object are flashed on the eye at a rate faster than 16 per second, then the eye perceives this object as moving. So that is why, in theater or in films, what do you call it, as motion picture, every action, suppose a hero does like this, punches the villain, that punching will be shown 16 times, because that eye will take some time to show the next scene. Suppose you want to kick him, again 16 times kicking will be shown. And suppose you want to give shake hand, 16 times shake hand should be shown, because eyes can see the next after 16 movements. So that's what is called one of the interesting things in our eye. One simple example, all of you have a fan, is it? Just if you on it, in the beginning we see 3 blades, correct? And if you on it now, the 3 will become 1. Now do you mean that there is only 1 blade? No, there are 3 blades. Before oning the switch also there were 3 blades. Even after oning the switch also there are 3 blades. Then why you are not able to see it? Because it moves so fast. Eyes cannot distinguish, because the time duration is less than this. That's why it is not able to make out. Only when it comes slowly, when you switch off it comes slowly, take rest. Then only you can make out. That is one interesting thing. Here is a beautiful activity you can try. See, what is the activity? So there is a cardboard. In the cardboard there are 2 images made. A square piece of cardboard is taken of size 6 to 8 centimeters. So 6 centimeter length, 6 centimeter breadth. Cardboard is taken. In these 2 holes are made in and a string is made to pass through the holes. So the holes are made here. You can see the 2 holes here. Okay, and a string is to be passed. Why you must have string? Just to rotate it. Very interesting. On one side of the cardboard a cage is drawn, or if you are not able to draw the cage you can paste it also. This is called a cage. So this cage is drawn and a bird on the other side, say a parrot. So this is a bird, one side. Second side you have cage, and these are the 2 holes. Are you following? Now what you must do? The string is then twisted and make the card twirl rapidly. So you must twist it. So if you rotate it fast, even you can have a stand also. Stand and make it rotate also. That's also possible. Or you can connect a motor below and the wire to be connected and make it rotate. What do you expect? Can you think? Here is a cage. On the other side you have a bird and a string is there, you make it rotate it. So you expect that the bird will be inside the cage. It is not true. Okay, so what do you see? We see that the bird is in the cage. This property of eye is called persistence of vision. Why does it happen like that? Because it moves faster. The eye cannot, make out. Eye cannot understand the object because the time duration is less than 1/16th. So it cannot identify which is the cage, which is the bird. So that is the persistence of vision. And there are so many things like that, you can think of your own. One more interesting thing is, eyelids are provided for the safety of eyes by nature to prevent any object entering the eyes. They also shut out the light when it is not required. So this is what is called eyelids. See, without our notice it closes, opens. Very how interesting it is, correct? Suppose you just bring something near the eye, immediately it close. Or if you bring a big source of light, torchlight for example, you put on the eye, suddenly it closes without our notice. That is called involuntary muscles. So these involuntary muscles, these two, immediately they close. Even there is a very good arrangement called as, there are two kinds of liquids, aqueous humor and vitreous humor, two are there. What you call, you are shedding tears. Sometimes you shed tears for good things also. When you hear some joyful event, you shed tears. What you call Ananda Bashpa. Sometimes and most commonly we shed tears for any bad scenes. Suppose your close relative is dead, your close your affectionate dog dies, cat dies, start shedding tears. Correct? That is because of the one liquid in that eye called as aqueous humor. So eyelids do a very good job of the safety of the eyes. Okay, the minimum distance at which one can read with the normal eye is about 25 centimeters. So distance of the eye from the book should be at least 25 centimeters. Then you may say, no sir, I will bring near the eyes. What happens? You can't read. You can try. Bring your book very near to the eye. You can't see. The best is, as per the research work, it is said at least 25 centimeters should be the distance of the object from the eye. Suppose you are reading a book, means distance must be nearly 1 foot. Okay. And now let us see the defects of the eyes. The eye has many defects, out of which only 2 are important and it is there for you. And that is, one is called short-sightedness, also called as myopia. The biological word is myopia. This name you study in class 9th or 10th. Myopia, short-sightedness. What is short-sightedness? This occurs when people can see object close to them clearly but cannot see distant objects clearly. So here the image is formed beyond the retina. Because it's beyond the retina, you can't make out. So you can see the objects very near, but you can't see the objects which are far. That's why some of the students, those, there are some boys or girls who say, sir, I can't see the board. Because they can't see the long distances. The defect is called short-sightedness. Now what is the solution? Solution is that image must be made to fall on the retina. How to make it fall on retina? That is by using a spectacle of convex lens. Spectacles. It's a small piece of glass. It costs some hundreds, 500, 600, 1000, 2000, 10,000, like that. Why it is costly? Because the lens will be like that. They grind it. The glass is to be grinded with the proper focal length, what you call. So here the defect is, you can't see the long distance objects, but you can see the object which is closed. That's why it is called short-sightedness. The solution is, you have to use spectacles of having convex lens. Okay. What about the other defect? You can see long distance object, but you cannot see short near distance object. This defect is called long-sightedness. This occurs when people can see distant objects clearly but cannot see near objects. This defect can be corrected by using spectacles of concave lens. Here the image is formed within the retina. That's why you can't make out. So to make the clear image, you have to use a what is called concave lens. Spectacles having concave lens. And there are some more defects also. One is called astigmatism, where you cannot make out the color clearly. And some you might have seen uses spectacles of both concave and convex. It is very thick. For reading they want one lens. For movement they want another lens. Two lenses in the same spectacles. Is it not? So there are so many defects in the eye. And there are one more defect in the case of the aged people. This is what is called cataract formation. In the aged people, that is called loss of vision. Due to old age, the eyesight becomes foggy, means not clear, due to the eye lens becoming cloudy. So this eye lens become cloudy. So such persons are said to have a defect called cataract. So cloudy, very hazy appearance. There is loss of vision, they can't read properly, they can't write properly, and everything looks blur. This is to be treated by introducing a new artificial lens to replace the opaque lens. So this opaque lens, the lens is here, they will put a new lens. Of course, it is a very costly affair, but they will do it, okay, by using lens of different eye. That's why some people write eye donation, they write that the transplant of the eye, when the person dies, they can remove the eyes and put into the other person. Eye means eye lens, but there is a time limit. Within the time limit it can be replaced. So the cataract is one of the defects of the eye, especially seen in the old age after 60 plus. That is loss of vision, and there you have to use a new lens for the eye, okay. A cataract is a clouding of the lens in the eye. So the lens in the eye, if it is clouded, we call it as cataract. So it will be like this pure lens, clear lens becomes clouded lens, and therefore the image is not formed in the retina. So that is a defect, and that defect has to be corrected by replacing the lens. It is also possible. There is a very good technology about that. Now let us see something about care of the eye. If there is any problem in the eyes, suitable spectacles are to be used as advised by the eye specialist. So they will make you to see things, how you can see this, by the help of spectacles. When you say spectacles, it will have either a concave lens, it may have convex lens depending on the eye defect. So these are the eyes of God who will be always watching, okay. Whatever action happens in all over the world will be seen by the eyes of God. Too little, that means light, too little light causes headache or eye strain. So if you are reading in a very dim light, that causes strain. Too much light, like that of a sun or laser torch, can injure retina. So here is a lot of light is there, that will affect the retina. The image is not formed. So you should avoid that extremes. Always you should have a medium path, not too less, not too much, okay. And also one more thing is, if particles of dust go into the eyes, we should not rub the eyes as usually mostly boys or girls do. Just go on rubbing. Should not. What you must do? You should wash our eyes with the clean water. Take a plate, put some water, say about half an inch or 1 inch. Then you open the eyes on the surface of water. So whatever dust is there, it will go off. But you are not supposed to rub it like this, by which eye will be deaf, eye will be affected. Okay. And also one more thing is, reading of books had to be done with a normal distance of 25 centimeters. Not too much long, not too near. Below 25 not good. Or too about say 30 to 40 centimeter also is not good. Should be in a normal distance. It's called normal distance. So reading should be done in the normal. And while traveling also, except in train you can read, because the vibrations will not much. But in buses and all, car, bus, etc., you are not supposed to read. Then mobile usage also not to be done. So distance between the eye and the book should be at least 25 centimeters. So we should not read too close to our eyes or keeping it too far. Okay. And one more thing is, balanced diet with the vitamin A. Where do you get vitamin A? In carrots, green vegetables. So this is what is called carrot. This is very rich in vitamin A. These green vegetables, papaya, are preferred in our food to keep our eyes healthy. If there is deficiency in vitamin A, it may cause a disease called night blindness. So there should not be shortage of vitamin A. How can you supplement it? By eating such type of green leaves, papaya or carrot. It gives good energy. So food also plays an important role in caring of the eyes. So if the vitamin A is shortage, we get night blindness. Means you are not able to see the objects clearly. And let us see some interesting things in other animals or birds. So here, what is the figure called? Crab. Is it not? What does crab do? See, eyes of a crab are very small, but they can see all around. These two eyes, no, they can see all around, rotating type. So the creation of Almighty is so wonderful. And one more thing is about butterfly. See, butterflies have large eyes. They seem to be made up of thousands of little eyes. So here, thousands of little eyes will be there inside it. So that is beautiful. Its wings also are so nice, color designed, so beautiful. And they can see the front, the sides, the back as well. There will be thousands of eyes in this, inside small eyes, due to which they can see all around. So one of the beautiful creations. And we are also creations of God. We are also like flowers in the garden of God. Okay, some flowers God will use it, some flowers He will leave it like that only. They will become rotten and fall off. But those who are needed, He will pluck up. So these are called compound eyes. Thousands of eyes inside one eye. In the case of butterfly, how many have seen butterfly? Yeah, where do you see it? On the flowers. They will be sitting on the flowers. They jump from flower to flower. So beautiful, kind of, mustaches will be there. Big eyes it has got. Even though the body is so small, say about 1 inch. but its eyes are very big because it consists of thousands of eyes. And one more thing is, so the fearful, what you call is a owl, OWL, and that is called night bird. It can see very well in the night, but not during daytime. It shouts also in the night time. So its defect is that it can't work out or can see in the daytime. Owl has a large cornea and a large pupil to allow the light into the eyes. So pupil and a cornea are big in size in case of owl. So what happens then? In the night time it can see clearly. So that is advantage for it. That's why they move from place to place in the night time. Okay. Also it has on its retina a large number of rods and a few cones. So what do the rods do? It can see in the night time. It can work out in the dim light. So lot of rods will be there inside it. But a very few cones are there. Why it is made like that? No answer. There is no answer for why in science. There is answer for what and how. Very few for why also. So this is called God's creation. His name is called night bird or owl, OWL. Okay. So these are some of the interesting things. Now let us pass on to home assignment. First question, explain how you can take care of your eyes. Second, name the defects of vision. Third, how can night birds see in the dark? Noted? Okay, now let us see what Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai says. Love for God is spirituality. Highest love. This love will be there for different, mother will love the child, child will love the mother. That is called affection. There will be love between teacher and the taught student. That's also better love. Correct? And like that, but all of the best one is love for God, what you call devotion. It's called spirituality. When you do anything with love for God, it becomes worship. Just like Shabri gave fruits to Sri Rama, Lord Rama, with all devotion, with all love for him. Is it not? That becomes worship. Work becomes worship, duty becomes God, and work as worship will lead you to wisdom, which is experience of God within yourself. So you can realize God if you do work as worship. Okay? That's what our Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai says. Come prepared for the home assignment. Thank you.